In today's puzzle, we are down an exchange and a pawn with the black pieces, so we're gonna have to cook something up against the white king pretty quickly, or else we're gonna lose the game. The most aggressive check in the position is queen to f1. Now the king only has two options, either going to h2 or g3. If the king goes to h2, we can capture the bishop here. Now we've reclaimed a piece, and after the king moves, we even have this really nasty move, knight to f7. Now the white rook is completely stranded, bishop covering h4, pawn covering h5, knight covers h6, and it's under attack from the king. White would have nothing better than to give up the rook here, and after we recapture, we are simply up a bishop and should be much better. Of course, white doesn't just want to lose the bishop, so they start the infamous king walk with either king to g3 or king to f3. King to f3 looks horribly dangerous because you step under the line of fire of the rook, and it is terribly dangerous because bishop to h4 check wins the game almost immediately. You have to block with either the queen or the rook, which would lead to huge material loss, or move the king out of the way and get mated immediately with the bishop and queen slicing and dicing. So instead of that, white packs up their bags and heads to g3, saying, I am going on a journey, and if you don't have any checkmate on me, then I'm going to be up an exchange. But luckily we have the brilliant bishop sacrifice keeping up the heat, the only move that wins the game, bishop to h4 check. The king has no option other than to take it. If king to h2, then rook takes on f2 is an immediate mate. So the king decides to capture our bishop, but now we have queen takes on f2, delivering another check to the king. Pawn covers h5, so the king must step to g5. But now we have the move queen to f6, delivering a check to the king. And we have quite literally dragged the king out of its bed, walked it down the stairs, kicked it out the front door, and now we're shoving a horse in its face. The king must take the knight on h6, but here we have the finishing blow, queen to h4 check to the king, king must take on g6, and finally rook to f6 mate, with an insane assist from the black king supporting the three squares highlighted here. Queen guards the rook, queen covers the h-file, and rook delivers the finishing blow.